The 2022 World Press Freedom Index report entailing working conditions for journalists in 180 countries and territories places Uganda as the worst country of any journalist to operate from East Africa. Compared to 2021, Uganda has dropped 7 places on the index published by the Paris-based NGO Reporters Without Borders. Last year, Uganda sat at 125 out of 180 countries. The numerous challenges, including shrinking revenues, bad administration, and licensing demands, among others, have collectively affected the growth of the industry. Kidnapping, violence, arrest, illegal detention, and confiscation of equipment are some of the consequences that journalists face for criticism of socio-economic challenges. According to index research, working conditions of journalists have improved in East African countries except for Uganda. Members of Parliament took it upon themselves to cite lively examples of the dire situation.
I know that the welfare of journalists is very much compromised, and I can tell the country right now that I've gotten very many petitions. One of them is from journalists who have been working for CTV. And I'm told that CTV journalists have spent more than a year without being paid. They were last paid in February of last year. And this petition is going to be taken to the Committee of ICT. It will also be taken to the floor of Parliament, because any media employer is obligated to pay the journalists just like other employees. And if there is any problem that anyone is encountering, it is very, very much important for any employer to explain to the employees. So I'd like to tell the journalists who work for CTV or who used to work for CTV, because I'm told the station has now been sold without the knowledge of the people who have been working there, and sold without paying the journalists who have been working there. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
Research further informs us that journalists are among the country's worst paid professionals. Rare work contracts, and only a few reporters make more than $200, approximately 700,000 shillings per month. Such financial insecurity makes them susceptible for corruption. Woman Member of Parliament for Gulu, Betty Awol Ochan, suggests that better policies can eradicate a lot, including brutality.
A lot of issues. And these issues, I encourage these media houses also sometimes to sit and, approach some of us who are positive with them to probably take to Parliament better policies that will help also to promote them. But we have not done enough to the media houses, to the press, to let the press be able to operate well. There are gaps still in the policies. And when we also impose on payments by these media houses, we should also categorize and be considerate. You see that that media house is still what? It's still beginning. Just like what? Just like the business communities. If somebody is just a beginner.
As Uganda celebrates the day, discussions linger over the shrinking revenue for the media sector. Advertisement has headed for a downward trend, with changes in sales and marketing and a monopoly in public procurement a living crisis. Hefty licensing and non-protective policies have as well been cited as hindrances.
Media houses are supposed to pay as subscription to government, because we realize it is a little bit on a higher side, and we want to engage government on this very aspect. On the issue of advertisements and so on, of course, recently the President issued a statement, a decree, that UBC should be the only government entity given these adverts. Of course, we understand that this is not proper, because it will affect other media houses, where we think there should be a free economy. We are in a free economy. Therefore, everyone should be competitive in getting these bids or securing goods. We know it's very expensive for our media houses to pay subscription. So this one, as the Parliament, we are going to look into it, and we would ask the media houses to bring it as a petition so that we can look into it and see how best we can protect it. On the issue of labor protections, we realize that we have laws in place, but they're not being implemented. So our concern as Parliament, as a media forum, we shall have to find means of making sure that we push government to put into action for these laws, because we have the Labor Protection, we have the Employment Act, we have so many laws related to labor protections.
Addressing underlined weakness in industrial governance policies such as licensing, revenue streams, and broader economic challenges that partake other production sectors are expected to aid growth of the industry. Rona Nahabwe, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.